So we're going to start with a fluency review on pictographs. And if you can think back, you might remember this lesson from before we got out of school. This is kind of a review of what we were doing right before we got out, before all this started. All right, and then we're going to learn some more about pictographs in our new learning, and then we're going to do some more pictographs in our extend. All right, so just to review, look at the pictograph and answer the questions. And then before we get started, I want you to make sure you always look at that key because the key is super helpful and super important so you know exactly what each symbol stands for. So the first one says, what survey question do you think was asked? So look closely at that pictograph. And what do you think that they were asked to make that pictograph? It says how many people voted. That's where you're going to need to look at that key to know exactly how much each smiley face is worth. And then the last question says, which fruit was the favorite? How do you know? So you're going to write that in the yellow text boxes there on the screen. All right, so today we're going to be focusing on representing and interpreting data using a scaled picture graph. If you have internet, I think this only works with internet, click where it says click here and you can watch a little video with Annie and Moby about pictographs. It says listen carefully for how Annie creates and interprets pictographs. All right, so if you were able to view the video, you're going to answer these questions. It says, what is a pictograph? What are some of the important parts of a pictograph? How do you interpret the data when the key is more than one vote? And number 4, how are survey, tally charts, and pictographs related, or how are they alike? All right, so here's the model. If you have internet access, you can click where it says click here, and you can watch Ms. Ricks works through these, or you can just stay in this video, and we're going to go through it on each of the slides. So it says Walmart collected data to see their current inventory of cereals. Create a picture graph to represent the data. Be sure to add a title, labels, and a scaled key. All right, so looking at the pictograph or the inventory, it says there are 4 types of cereals: Frosted Flakes, Golden Grahams, Chex, and Raisin Bran. And then it says there are 16 Frosted Flakes boxes, 12 Golden Grahams boxes, 10 Chex boxes, and 20 Raisin Bran boxes. So if you were going to fill in this chart, how do we do that? Let's keep moving and see. So the first thing we would do is put the title, Walmart Cereal Inventory, because we want the reader, whoever's looking at the pictograph, to know exactly what they're looking at. And then we labeled it. We had to put the word cereal and the number of boxes, and then we had to write the 4 different types of cereal in each of those boxes as well. Now the key, we're going to put 1 square equals how many boxes. Look at those numbers and think about an easier way. Would we want to draw 16 boxes or 20 boxes? Would there be an easier way? All right, so now it says that I need to figure out what each symbol represents. It would take too long to draw 20 rectangles. Since the numbers are even, I'm going to use a scale of 4 boxes. So each little square like this is going to stand for 4 boxes. Okay, so Frosted Flakes, there were 16 boxes, so we're going to use 4 rectangles because 4 times 4 is 16. There are 12 boxes of Golden Grahams, so I need to divide 12 by 4 and draw 3 boxes for Golden Grahams because 4 times 3 is 12. There are 10 boxes of Chex, so I need to divide 10 by 4. There are 2 groups of 4 and 10 with 2 left over. So now I need to draw 2 full boxes, and then I need to draw half of a box to represent the leftover 2. There are 20 boxes of Raisin Bran, so I need to divide 20 by 4, and I'll draw 5 boxes of Raisin Bran to do that. All right, now it's your turn. It says, Miss Perry conducted a survey to find the favorite Girl Scout cookie flavor. Create a picture graph to represent the data. Be sure to add a title, labels, and a scaled key. All right, so the blue little boxes are just kind of notes for you to read if you're struggling. The yellow boxes are where you're going to type things, okay? So put the label that says put the labels here and here. So you're going to put the Girl Scout cookie and the number of votes. That would go here and here. You're going to put the title of the chart here. So you might put Girl Scout cookie data maybe, or favorite Girl Scout cookie flavor, whatever you want, whatever you think the best title that fits. And then you're going to list the cookies in these 4 boxes. Then you're going to make a key. So you need to figure out what you think it would be a better way than drawing 1 because you don't want to draw 30 boxes of something. So how could we best do that? Look at those numbers. They kind of all end in something similar. What could we do? All right, so back to modeling. We're going to analyze the data of the picture graph. So it says analyze the picture graph to answer the questions. There's a video here for you to click if you need help. It says, which cereal has the most boxes? So we could look at this easily and see which one has the most. These two are pretty close, but there's one more here. So your answer's there. And which one has the least boxes? You're going to put that here. So let's just keep going. We'll do it together. So it says, first I'm going to label the number of boxes. There's 4 symbols for Frosted Flakes. So 4 times 4 is 16. So they put 4, 4, 4, 4, 16. 4, 4, 4, 12. 4, 4, 2, 10. 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 20. Okay, then we're going to answer the questions. Which cereal box has the most, or which has the most boxes of cereal? I'm sorry, Raisin Bran. Least boxes, check, so we can see they have the least. And then it says, how many total boxes of cereal are there? So we'll add these big numbers up together, the totals. We had 16 Frosted Flakes, plus 12 Golden Grahams, plus 10 Chex, plus 20 Raisin Bran, and we add that all together, we get 58 boxes. All right, how many more boxes of Raisin Bran are there than Golden Grahams? So we have to do some subtraction. I can't talk today. So we're going to take 20 of the Raisin Bran, and we're going to subtract 12 of the Golden Grahams, and we get 8 boxes. How many boxes of Frosted Flakes or Chex are there? So we're going to have to do some addition. There are 16 boxes of Frosted Flakes and 10 boxes of Chex, and when we add that together, we get 26 boxes. Next is, how many symbols of Chex would you have drawn if the scale was 2 boxes? So our scale was 4. How many would we had to have drawn if they were worth 2? So we would do 10 divided by 2, which would have been 5 symbols. All right, so now it's your turn. You're going to take that same graph that we made for Miss Perry's Girl Scout question, and we are going to answer the questions and analyze the data. So first we're going to fill in the totals. The key is worth 5, so we have to count 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 25 goes there. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 30 goes there, and so forth. So you're going to count by 5s on these and put the totals for each cookie. Then you're going to come through and answer the questions. Number 1 says, which cookie is the favorite? Which is the least favorite? So you're going to put 2 answers in this box, the favorite and the least favorite. Number 2, how many people voted? Okay, so we're having to look at these. Remember, each circle is worth 5 votes. So you're going to count by 5s for this entire chart. Number 3, how many more people voted for peanut butter than shortbread? So you're going to look at the peanut butter, and you're going to subtract from the shortbread to get how many more voted for peanut butter. Number 4, how many people voted for Thin Mints or caramel? So you're going to do some adding there. Number 5, if another cookie was added that received 50 votes, how many circles would you draw? So think about that key when you're answering that question. And if any of these are confusing for you, hop back up to the model slides just before this. That'll help you. All right, so now we're going to move to our extend portion. This is our problem set. So you're going to use the picture graph over to the left to answer the questions. Number 1, who read the most books and who read the fewest? Use your key to help you. Who read exactly 18 books? Number 3, how many more books did Nancy read than Jamal? Do some subtraction. Number 4, how many books did the students read all together? So you're going to think about all the books on that whole chart. And then number 5, if another student had read 9 books, what symbols would you draw, or how many symbols would you draw of each of these? All right, and then you're going to create a picture graph to show the data in the tally chart. Be sure to include a title, labels, and a scaled key. So you can do this on paper, on your whiteboard app, whatever's easier for you. And then you're going to put the picture right here in this yellow text box, but you're going to use this data to create a picture graph, just like we've been doing all day. So these are tallies. We're going to move it to a picture. And that is it for your math lesson for today. So once you've done all these components, make sure you drag your check marks to the correct place. And then don't forget, you do have some science lessons down here below today. Okay? All right. Good luck.